Today is the first video I'm doing of any sort of cooking, so this is a bit of an experiment on a number of things, one of which is also the fact that I'm doing a new piece of meat. This is a relatively cheap cut. It was also on sale. It's what's commonly referred to as a London broil. It's pretty minimal. Anyway, we're going to be doing it sous vide. The sous vide's over here. It's already up to temperature and ready to go. We just need to season the steak and get it in the bag, sealed up and in the bath. So I'm going to work on that here for a second, and I'll probably take some close-up videos of that while I work on that. I got some other things I'm going to do as sides. I'm not really going to focus on that today. I'm focused on this part, so see how it goes. So to season this London broil, we're going to be using salt, pepper, garlic powder, some thyme, and some rosemary. The rosemary is at least grown here at home. The thyme, unfortunately, I did actually have to buy. Using a coarse kosher style rock salt, which is good. The main thing is you just don't want to over season with that too much, as it can mean things getting a little too salty. Basically, again, salt, pepper, garlic powder is a very common and popular choice for any steak, really, to do sous vide. Main thing you want to make sure is that you are not you're not putting any fat in the bag when you do sous vide this way. That doesn't tend to work out very much. So we'll make sure that things are nice and dry, fairly minimal. I'm going to be doing this quite some time. I've never done a London broil before. I do sous vide steaks quite often, but I've never done it as a London broil, as a cut. Usually I would do like a rib steak or something along those lines. So I've got some rosemary there. Let's see, we've got some thyme. So we get all that sort of in there, spaced out a little bit, and then we'll get it in the bag here. Be right back. Alright, so we got it all ready to go in the bag, vacuum seal. Honestly, vacuum sealer, not just for doing things sous vide, but in general, is probably one of the best kitchen gadgets I think I've ever bought. It's so useful for buying meat in larger quantities, prepping it, even pre-seasoning like this, and then sealing and throwing in the freezer just like that, so you can take it out and be ready to go really fast. So honestly, vacuum sealer may be some of the best, at least for anyone who eats a lot of meat, might be one of the best things you can really do. So we have our sous vide here, our bath is ready to go. It's at 129 degrees, which is pretty optimal for most steak cuts, prime rib being the exception. Sometimes you want to go a little higher on that. But we drop her in, and that's pretty much it. Now I use this little clip just to hold the corner so I can get it out easier later. But I find that just with the stiffness of the bag, it helps to keep things down underwater as well, so you don't necessarily have to add weights to it at all. So that's going to sit there and do its thing for a couple of hours, and we will go from there and work on the sear and the sides at a later time. So stay tuned for that.